This is IGCSE Math 2. This is the vector practice examination. I'm going to go right into this. We're adding the two vectors, so we get 1 plus 0 is 1. Minus negative 2 is going to give me, that changes into a plus sign. So it's 1 plus 0 plus 2 is 3. And this is 4 plus 2 is 6. Minus 3 is 3. Now, right here, 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. 5 times 1 is 5. Now for this one right here, it says that CD is 2 times AB. So if AB is this, I have to go 2 times my AB, which is negative 2, 3, which gives me negative 4, and 6 as my vector. So that's going to be that. So my answer is going to be negative 4, 6. Now the next thing says make two statements about the relationship. So now if they're using the same vector, it's just CD is twice as long as AB. So they're both going in the same direction. So that means that they should be parallel. So going in the same direction, they're never going to actually meet. They're never going to intersect. So they're going to be parallel. Also, we could state that if CD is equal to 2 times AB, I'm going to do this. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. That's a 2 right there. So I get 1/2 CD, because it cancels a 2. And that's going to be equal to AB. So I could state that AB is half of CD. So we go 1/2 CD is equal to my AB vector. Now let's take a look at this next one for 3. R is the point 1, negative 3. It is translated onto S by the vector here. So it means that we're starting at R, and so that S, so we're going to S in this direction. So I'm going to start by putting R, and I'm going to use some graph paper here. It says that R is, what's that say? Positive 1, negative 3. So 1, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. So I have a point right there. I'm going to label that one R. And it says translated onto the point S. So we're going to S in this direction. So if we use the example that we use in the notes, we're starting at home, we're heading to Taco Bell. We know that Taco Bell is in this direction. So it's over here. It's going to be left 2 and up 4. 1, 2, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be my S. Okay, so now there it is. So we have that. Now, so now we're going in that direction. There we go. So we started at home, gave the direction to go to Taco Bell, and let's see, and it says write down the coordinates of S. So S is located at, so if this is the origin right here where these come together, this would be negative 1, and this is positive 1. So my answer is going to be negative 1, comma 1. Now, it says right here for in the second part, write down the vector which translates S onto R. So this one we're actually going in the other direction. So S onto R. Let's see, I got my other marker over here. So now we're going from S onto R. So now we're going this way. So think of it like this. So we started at home, went to Taco Hell, and now we don't like using public restrooms, and so we have to go home really quick to try and make it to the restroom. Okay, so now we need to know the direction from S to R. So now for S, we're going to R down over here. We always do our X value first. So it's going to be to the right, 1, 2. So it's 2 to the right. So that's going to be a 2. And it's down 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 4. So that's going to be a negative 4. So it was right 2, down 4. So that is my vector from S back to R. So if you look at the relationship in between this and this, all it is just going to be the opposite. So the opposite of this would be, see, I have a negative starting out there, becomes a positive, and this says from a positive 4, it turns into a negative 4. So it is the opposite direction for this. It says points A and B are marked on the diagram. Write down AB as a column vector. So let's start with my x values. So if I'm starting with my x values, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my x value is going to be a positive 5, and my y value is going down 1, 2. Down 2. So it's positive 5, negative 2. Make those parentheses a little bit bigger. Now let's take a look at the next one. It says BC. So write down the coordinates of C. So I know where B is, I don't know where C is. So I know that I start at B and I go in the direction of negative 2, 3. Start at B, negative 2 means left, 1, 2, up 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be my C. And the coordinates of that is starting at origin, it's going to be X is 1, Y is 2. So 1, comma, 2. There we go. That's the coordinates of C. Now on this next one, yes, we do have to show all of our work, so let's go through and write it all out. So A is going to be 2, negative 1, plus 3 times negative 1, 1. So let's see, bring this down. So multiplication first, right? So I have 2 minus 1 plus, let's do this, this is going to give me a negative 3. And that's a positive 3. Now we add those together and we come up with 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 3 is going to be 2. So there's my answer. So for this one right here, it's B minus A. Negative 1, 1. Minus 2, negative 1. That's going to give me negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. And negative 1 minus, I'm sorry, that's a positive 1. Positive 1 minus negative 1, so it becomes a plus right there. So it's going to be a 2 is my value that I have right there. Now on part B, for this one right here, it says 2b, and I need to get the b from up top, so I'm going to put that right here. Negative 1, 1, just to make sure it's still on the screen here. It says that PQ is 2 times B. So I'm going to put 2 times my B. That's going to give me negative 2, positive 2. So there's a vector. So starting at P, I need to find Q. So it's 2 times B, so this is going to be my vector. So let's go ahead and go over. So this is left 2, up 4. So from this point right here, 1, 2, up 2, 1, 2. There it is. So it's left 2, up 2. So there we go. That's going to be my point Q. And it said, draw the vector PQ. So it starts at P and goes through Q. So I need to draw the arrow for this. Like that. So there's my vector for that. Alright, for number 6, it says we have KL is in this direction, but it only starts off with K. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's really small. So that's the K right there. Point K is on the diagram. Draw KL. So L is going to be in this direction of negative 2, positive 2. Negative 2, so that's left 2, 1, 2, up 2, 1, 2. And that's going to be called point L. So I have right here, draw KL. There we go. I drew KL there. And now the next thing says write down the coordinates of point L. That's going to be a positive 1 and a up 1. So it's going to be the x value is 1, the y value is 1. 1, comma, 1. Now on this next part right here, it says that P is located at negative 2, negative 2. So I'm going to put that one on my graph. So negative 2, so that's going to be called my P. And it says that PR is 2, 1. PS is 2 times PR. Find the coordinates of S. So I need to find for this one right here. I don't need an R, I need an S for this one. So this says starting at P, I need to find out where S is. So it's going to be 2 times PR. So PR is this, so it's 2 times 2, 1, which gives me 4, 2. So that's my direction. So that's going to give me the directions of getting to S. So we start at P and we go right 4 up 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2, 1, 2. And that's going to be labeled S. So that's going to be labeled S right there. So now the question says find the coordinates of S. So S is located at, my X value is 2, my Y value going up and down is 0. And that's it.